Clap sync. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Bone spur.
That was pretty good.
I haven't hit it in so long.
Stop talking about your bone spur.
I haven't talked about it in months. Shut up.
I'm glad that your bone spur continues to give us content.
We're all friends here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of DipShips, the totally legitimate boating podcast. I, as always, am your Captain Calamity Carl, and joining me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, Rear Admiral PM,
Howdy.
Ensign Jordan, Maritime Metty,
I'm still Nick.
and our special guest, Kevin Cole.
Hello. I mean, ahoy.
If you don't know Kevin, Kevin is a very talented young lad who is on a podcast called Goosebumps and also edits it.
Yep.
Who also creates their own games with a game studio, Super Try Studios.
Speaking of, how dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And,
Good. Excellent.
Kevin, you have a book coming out.
I do. I have a tabletop RPG coming out called Space Kings.
It's a shame nobody on this podcast knows how to read.
That's true. We all dropped out of elementary school.
Dang. I made
To join
a
the pirates.
I made a tabletop RPG for folks who don't know how to do math. I guess I'm going to have to make one for folks who don't know how to read.
Weirdly enough,
Yeah,
I learned how to
pictures
read
only, please.
I learned how to read Braille, weirdly enough, but I just can't read real words.
Well, I'll get to work, I guess.
Thank you.
So everybody, how was our weeks?
I have a relatively short week. I'll go first.
Ooh, okay.
I've been seeing a lot of raccoons again. They're kind of all over the place. I've seen them at work. Here's a fucking, what do you call a group of raccoons? A gaggle? Can I use gaggle in this situation?
A gaggle?
Yeah, gaggle of
That
raccoons.
sounds good. Yeah, gaggle of raccoons.
That sounds
Anyway,
cute, but I don't know if that's correct.
Here's a few.
A comedy club of raccoon.
Oh, they're just chilling.
There's you only see 2, but there's actually like 6 underneath that truck.
Oh, that's a gaggle.
That's a gaggle. Apparently, a group of raccoons is called a nursery or a gaze.
What?
I like gaggle.
A gaze of raccoons. I think that a
I'm
gaggle
going to
works
say
better.
nursery because I don't think the word gay should be coming out of my mouth in reference to raccoons.
They'll be staring at you.
I can't believe that you're stereotyping all these raccoons to be homosexual, PM. That's so
I'm
rude.
sorry.
The gay raccoon community won't stand for this.
That's true.
Now, they haven't done anything to me yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Kevin,
It's only a matter of time until that fusion that Nick came up
So
with
you're
last
saying
week.
that
of the
all
fucking
gay
bear
raccoons attack people, PM? Is that what you're saying?
I
It's
mean,
so bigoted of you.
considering I was molested by one behind a dumpster, I'm gonna label all of them as dangerous.
We're gonna get canceled for this. Oh, I can't believe.
Kevin, there's a lot of raccoon lore that you do not know.
I think I'm coming up to speed with it. My question is, you seem concerned that the raccoons are going to do something to you, but what if
they already have?
But what if they end up doing something for you? Can you wield the raccoons? Can they be?
Okay.
Yes.
Here's
Can
the
you
thing.
become the raccoon speaker?
The running bit has been, so I've been plagued by these little fucks for the last decade now. And for the past decade, as I've continued to tell my stories to the internet about these raccoons, everyone's like, "Oh, you're their leader. You got an army of raccoons." Motherfucker, I can't make them do shit. I've tried.
Is it a bit if the universe is the one running it?
Yeah, really. I think that's just fate.
I think that becomes a fact at that point.
But they don't listen to me. I might be their lord, but I have no power over them. I'm basically the queen.
Well, what have you done for the raccoons lately? Like, have you Giving them a few like stray hot dogs.
I've given
or
them a fucking spot for where they can procreate and multiply.
Yeah,
you need to-
They've been fucking on my balcony for the last 5 to 6 years.
You need to finish their like recruitment quest so you can get them in your party.
I don't want them in my party. I want them gone. I want them extinct.
Maybe put on a little raccoon Barry White for him. You know, maybe like some mood lighting. Set the scene.
You finish the recruitment quest, and then you send them to a settlement far away from the one you're using as a base, like Preston Garvey.
I already have one living with me against my will, thanks to Carl.
You're welcome.
And
but the kitty loves it.
Yeah, the cat loves it, and that's the only reason it's not in the fucking trash. But the thing is that little raccoon finger puppet that Carl got me, it's my cat's like favorite toy, right? So when I'm in bed, she brings it to me to play with her while I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But sometimes
So
I'll wake up with it in my hand with my finger shoved up its ass. I'm like, no, I don't want this.
Does your body just instinctually just put your finger in there?
I would hope not, because if that's the case, I've been doing that with a lot of my pets throughout the fucking years. I don't want to one day wake up with my finger up Boo's ass. I don't want that.
No, I like to imagine
Who
that
doesn't
Boo.
want that either?
I like to imagine that Boo just comes in and just like sneaks it onto your finger herself with little paws. Papa, I want you to play with the toy.
I've had that toy for 5 months.
Yeah.
It is mangled all to shit. It's missing an eye. It's missing one of its little paws.
Yeah.
Boo has fun with that thing.
Yeah, they always go for the eyes.
Let's see. What else?
Good, I'm glad she's having fun.
She is, in fact, having fun. I witnessed an act of violence earlier this week.
Oh.
I feel like you've like seen one every week for the last like couple.
It's people have been rowdy because people start drinking and then they don't know how to contain their excitement, let's say. So this is similar to a couple of weeks ago. I talked about how a drunk person just got really angry and started shit talking a trash can, and then got attacked by the trash can, and then in turn speared the trash can.
Canada's a wild place.
On my way to work, across the street from the place that I work, there's just this dude, probably shit-faced or under the influence of something, and he is talking mad shit to an ATM machine, one of those outdoor ATM machines that it's just like on the side of the building.
Yeah.
And I can barely make out what he's saying, but he's very angry. He's very upset at this ATM. And then he puts down his backpack, pulls a hammer out of the backpack, and then goes to town on the fucking ATM machine.
What the fuck?
That sounds more like he was trying to rob an ATM the whole time, PM.
No. This was... I don't see how.
It sounds like he wanted
hammer.
an excuse for the camera, PM.
Well, either way, this is what I found when I left work that morning. It's uploading. There it is. Yeah, that's what was left over.
Do you think he got arrested?
I would like to
Probably.
hope so, but I don't think so.
I don't think the ATM's going to be pressing any charges. I don't think it's in the condition to.
There might
Yeah.
be security cameras that like got a hold of them, and it's
ATMs
up to the
have
police.
security cameras built in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but this ATM's not a snitch. I can feel it. Like, this ATM's going to keep quiet.
You ain't never going to get me to talk.
Well,
It's waiting to get even on its own terms with its gang.
He'll come back and I'll get him. We'll all jump him. I'll get the ones from TD, the ones from Chase.
Oh shit, you know? I mean, TD, they are from Toronto. That's
It's true.
what the T stands for, in fact.
It stands for Toronto, definitely.
Definitely Toronto.
definitely.
And let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, okay. Carl,
Yeah.
you cannot show what I'm about to post.
Again? This is the third week in a row.
Yeah.
Is it another gross
Oh,
thing?
Lord.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Kevin, avert your eyes.
This
Okay.
is actually really bad. Oh, I feel bad because as a guest here. Okay, so I'm a janitor at a department store.
Okay.
And even though it's like a very hoity-toity upper-class department store. It is still very open to the public, where crackheads will just come in and cause a ruckus.
I see.
Oh, mood.
And this week's ruckus was this.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that does indeed appear right.
Huh.
I am actually missing pictures here. So the very top of the
Well,
partition...
you don't have to take anymore. It's fine.
The very top of the partition, where, you like go over it, it had shit fingerprints on the very top.
Oh.
I had to get a step ladder to get onto the top of the partition to wipe the doo-doo.
Now,
PM, this is why people say that your name stands for Poop Man. I hope
Yeah,
you
I know.
realize.
PM, I want to ask.
Yes.
Was this Monday when we thought we were going to record PMVA and you
It
got
was.
called?
It was, in fact.
Of course it was.
Of course it
Didn't you
was.
wish you stayed home?
Yes, I in fact did. But I had no choice in the matter.
Oh, God.
Okay, and then last but not least...
I'm going to delete these. These are awful.
Yeah,
I was
go
about
ahead and
to
delete
say-
those.
I'm sorry for all the clicking. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to throw some safe for work Sasuke's in there to just get them off the screen.
I forgot that was
I'm
censored,
sorry.
too.
No, these are NSFW Sasuke's. Carl, please, instead of posting the poop picture, post NSFW Sasuke.
I guess I'll
Carl,
save them.
how are you on blurring faces?
I mean, we'll find out.
Okay. I have a recurring character in my life that I see from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given her a name yet. I will just call her Hand Sanitizer Lady.
Okay.
You found her again.
Oh, I'm
You
so
found
glad
her
I'm here
again.
for this.
Allow me to give a
There's-
recap real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
So our dear friend PM here rides streetcars in Toronto, and has found a lady who, at one point, filled her water bottle with a little bit of hand sanitizer, mixed it around, and then drank it.
Oh,
Thirsty.
She
Very.
enjoys it. She likes it.
I've seen her do this multiple times.
Makes her feel
I
warm
think-
and tingly inside.
Here's the thing. She only gets on the streetcar for like 1 to 2 stops. I think her sole purpose of entering the streetcar is just to fill up her water bottle with free hand sanitizer.
All right, so
It's too big. The file's too big.
Oh,
Oh, give me one. That's it for my week. Give me like a minute for
I
me
thought
to
you were
edit
gonna
this
say,
down.
"Give me Discord Premium or whatever it's called. Give me Nitro."
Hold on. I might have a thing to extend your thing, PM. Have you watched SummerSlam yet?
No, I didn't. I didn't get around to it. Oh, I watched Overlord,
hell yeah.
the newest
Hell yeah.
season. 5 episodes. I watched it. Not going to spoil anything. I'll just say, episode 2 to 5 were fantastic. Episode 1 of season 4 sucked ass. It was boring as shit.
I mean, you're gonna
It's a
have
setup
bad
episode, yeah.
episodes and everything.
But the first episode of the new season,
It was a setup episode. It's excusable.
it barely set up anything. It didn't have any of the things that I liked about Overlord.
Was it a full recap episode like I thought it'd be?
No.
it was a continuation.
Really?
But instead of like all the things that Overlord is good at, where it's like either backscene like politics or hype action sequences, I got none of that. It was like just not my cup of tea type of comedy, and just some build up for the future of the season. It wasn't very good.
I think
don't
you're
like
just
it.
full of shit, as always.
is it
Episode
is it,
2 to 5 are fantastic.
Is it just me, or is it a bit of a drought for anime this season? Because like after Spy Family shut off, I didn't see too much new on Crunchyroll that I really liked, so
Yeah,
I kind of
well-
canceled my
Oh
sub.
boy, do I have a new anime for you.
Let me
So-
tell you about Futo PI, the Kamen Rider
Have
Double.
you talked about
continuation
that on the
anime.
podcast yet, Carl?
Yeah,
I talked about
it last
episode
week.
1. It's good. I haven't watched
Oh.
episode 2 yet.
What the hell is Futo PI?
Oh,
Oh, well,
Kevin moved to the piss bucket.
They said it was inactive. I'm sorry.
What? Why did it say you were inactive?
They said
Yeah,
stop
all
being
right.
inactive.
You were just like, what's Futo PI? And you just vanished. I was like, oh,
What's Futo
no.
PI?
No!
What's
No!
I guess I'll wave my mouse around here on the Sasuke's for a bit to kind of stimulate it.
Can we
Hell
get
yeah.
can we get a towel for Kevin to wipe off the piss?
Yeah, so here you go. Please,
Fell into
please
the
clean
piss
yourself
bucket
up.
that we keep NPM in.
So, Futo PI is a continuation anime, adaptation of the manga that is really good.
Continues.
It continues
Kamen
the
Rider
story of
Double.
Kamen Rider Double.
Mm-hmm.
It is very good so far. I hear a lot of people say that the manga is kind of doo-doo garbage.
Wow.
I want to ignore them and live in bliss.
They're liars.
I
First
hope
off.
so.
Second off, did you see the transformation?
No, I haven't yet. I'm keeping myself blind until I watch it.
All right, listen, when you see it, you're going to understand why I've been telling you to watch Symphogear for 6 years. Because the same people who animated this are the people who did Symphogear.
Yeah, it's on my watch list. I'll get to it eventually. PM, how long does it take
You
to
said
upload
that
a fucking
6
image?
years ago!
I'm editing it.
Jordan, how was your week?
What did I fucking do this week? I played more Xenoblade. That game's really good.
I hear Xenoblade's good.
I got to laugh at WWE this week.
Nice.
Being like having like a parody of what would happen if Triple H took control. PM, have you heard what happened on SmackDown?
No, I have not.
It's time for wrestling news.
So a little bit of backstory. There was this guy called Karrion Kross who was like a real killer in NXT back in like 2019, early 2020, and he like just raised through the entire like division basically, and became a really cool like heel like monster champion. In 2021, he debuted on the main roster as the NXT champion without his music or his wife, who was like a part of his act,
Okay.
and got instantly pinned by Jeff Hardy in 7 seconds,
Nice.
and was given a really stupid looking outfit, and then was fired 2 months later.
Wow.
He returned with all of his cool things on SmackDown last week because Triple H is
sounds
now in
like
charge.
they're setting up a return.
He is now back with all of his cool things because Triple H is now in charge and has been thrown instantly into a feud with Roman Reigns.
Did his wife come back?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I think that was under the category of cool things for Jordan.
I mean, I'm glad they could work stuff out. This is
Working things out only takes the removal of Vince McMahon. Who would have guessed?
Thank God.
is it his actual wife, or is it some sort of false wife?
Yes, it's his real wife who's a part.
No,
who's
that-
like
A decoy
Stand-in
wife. You see?
Decoy wife.
like his wife is
they
his
haven't
manager.
done false wives since Bobby Lashley and Lana. I think that was the last false wife.
Yeah.
This is the wife that I put out sometimes.
Anyway, PM, what's this video?
Oh, okay. So this is the hand sanitizer lady
Oh
doing
my
her
God.
deed.
Oh my God, that's not a little bit of hand sanitizer.
That's
No,
so much. Yeah, that's
I've
so
always
much.
said that she puts a lot. She puts up to like I've seen her do like 20 pumps.
What the fuck, dog?
What the fuck?
And then she gives it a little shake, and then she takes some swigs.
What the fuck?
Getting
That's
litty.
Only way she's surviving is that she has alcohol poisoning every time she does this. Like, she already has alcohol poisoning, and the methanol poisoning from the hand sanitizer stops they cancel each other out. That's the only way
Hey,
she's surviving.
No,
Or
she's
she'd be
clear.
blind.
She's clearly very healthy because I've seen her with a yoga mat, so she does like yoga or Pilates or some shit.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Yoga totally would fix all of this.
Jesus Christ. What else do you got, Jordan?
That kind of threw me off.
Yeah, wait, so
I would imagine.
you're not supposed to drink hand sanitizer is what I'm hearing?
No.
Not unless you're in like high school, because that's like the hip thing to do. Apparently,
And that'll
well, at least
whip
Not
it
unless
was
you're
back in the
Coach
day.
Z.
No, you do some whippets, get some Ready Whip and just snort it, you know?
There's nothing
So-
wrong with a little mouthwash.
Yeah.
Ah,
So-
yeah, mouthwash.
A little
Thank you for
Listerine.
understanding the Coach Z reference.
So
Here
I
for
work as a busboy at a BJ's Brew House,
Awesome.
and there's a
Who's
lot
both
of
close?
at a BJ's. There's a lot of Carl and Metty can attest. There's a lot of TVs around.
That's
Usually
true.
with like
That's true.
usually
At
usually
least
with
3,
like
yeah.
with like ESPN, Sports Center, like the NFL Network. Or
I
something
immediately understand where cornhole is coming from.
on.
I immediately get it.
Typically, in the middle of summer, there's not a lot of sports going on the weekend on like major channels, seemingly. So instead of like a rerun of a baseball game or like a basketball game, they will be showing live the American Cornhole League.
Let's
Yep.
go. I love cornhole.
What is the American Cornhole League?
Have you never played? Have
The
you never
League of
played
Cornhole.
cornhole?
So
No.
cornhole, as you can see in the image Jordan has posted, you get beanbags, and there is a wooden slope with a hole on it, and you need to get the beanbags into the hole.
PM, do you remember when lawn darts were outlawed in the 90s?
Yes.
This is
So
like
cornhole
the
was
good
made to
version.
replace lawn darts when they were outlawed.
Oh, okay.
And they decided for some reason to start airing it as a sport. With
Why-
professional leagues.
Why cornhole?
Sponsored by Bush's Baked Beans.
Because instead of getting it next to like the post or the ball for the lawn dart, you're throwing it into a literal like hole in a box.
Yeah.
You
but
see
what's
that box in
corn
between
got
them?
to do
They're
with
aiming
it?
at the little black hole.
I imagine that they originally used like boxes that were used to fit corn. Or they were using like sacks of corn, something
Yo,
stupid like
Americans
that.
are so
It's
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's
I swear to
Americans.
fucking God Almighty.
It's
Yo,
Midwestern
yo.
Americans.
Yo, these guys have the exact same fucking face, and you cannot convince me
Yeah,
otherwise.
really.
They have the exact same face. Also, brilliant shot with the corn bag, like, flying right at the camera. Like, good. That's as exciting as you're gonna make this.
Yeah, it's art.
Dude, people pop the fuck off for cornhole at these things.
I went to my fucking mom's place one time and they were watching this. They had it on the TV and I was like, "What the fuck are you watching? Are you for real watching this?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm real big on cornhole."
Sponsored by Johnsonville Sausage. Why is the sausage company named Johnson?
Sponsored by Bad Dragon.
Johnsonville.
It's my favorite part is sponsored by Bush Baked
That's
Beans.
so funny. You see, I was hoping that by cornhole you meant an actual hole with corn in it, like the bean hole.
Yeah, where are all the
Or
corn-based
something
sponsors?
to do with an asshole.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
the bean
really.
hole.
Where's the Jolly Green Giant sponsorship for cornhole?
Yeah, where's Big Corn on this one?
I want to see the Jolly Green Giants cornhole.
Oh, okay, PM.
Uh-huh.
You know how tag team wrestlers will typically have like monikers that each other go by in a tag team.
Right.
Seemingly, cornholers have that too.
Oh.
Cornholers.
I'm assuming this
Oh.
guy's the Beast and the other guy is the Pro Sniper.
I see.
Okay.
Very...
So we're starting a pro cornhole team, right?
Oh, they're called Lucky Bags?
Yeah.
What's a Lucky Bag filled with?
And
It
also,
better be corn.
Beans. They're hacky sacks, PM. They're literally hacky
Oh.
sacks.
Well, that's boring.
how can we be assured that you don't have an edge from your lucky bag?
Now,
Are these not to be thrown? Or
They weigh them.
now you see, we when are we starting the DipShips Corn Hole League? When are we making our own team?
The second that we can get other podcasts to agree to fight us in cornhole.
There we go.
I could marshal Goosebuds to form
Yeah, I
a
was gonna say.
ragtag cornhole league.
Chad strikes me as the kind who would be like, "Fuck yeah, cornhole!"
Yeah.
All right, Goosebuds, Mill Mike, Big Think Dimension, DipShips. There you go. There's
Oh.
our
We
league.
have a tournament.
Well then, which team is Carl going to play on?
Oh, that's right. I'm on 2 podcasts.
It would be more fair if Carl played for Mill Mike because we with
You're right.
me,
We're
Jordan, Metty, and
obviously
Nick.
all experts at cornhole.
Wow.
No. Our league is kayfabe.
Oh yeah, you're right, Nick.
So our league is kayfabe, so that's part of the drama. Carl doesn't know what team to fight for.
That's true.
I mean, to make the numbers even, he would go with Mill Mike. And then I would.
And then
be
we have
captain of
Space
DipShips.
Cornholer X show up.
And then he turns heel and joins us.
Oh.
Oh wait, we're the heel team? Alright. Yeah, fuck those other teams. We're the best at Cornhole.
Was that your week, Jordan?
I'm pretty sure that was my week.
Mr. Meat?
Alright. Hang on, let me just look at what I got for notes here. Let's see. It's been a hot minute
welcome
since I've
home,
been
son.
here.
By the way, it's been like a month.
Yeah, we'll get to where I've been and what I've been doing. Let's see.
I'm out of water.
Can I send this?
I'm gonna have to drink this isopropyl alcohol now.
The
Freshen up a little.
only thing in here that I think I haven't talked about. Let me see if I still have the picture for it. Good news, I no longer have the picture for the story Bukake buckets.
Oh no!
I've never received worse news.
I've never been more confused in my life. And upset.
As you should be.
Are you still gonna tell us about it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
So as far as anyone knows, I've been working at a Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And in this Walmart, there are strange occurrences. And I do not mean strange occurrences as in you turn your back and there's some odd grunting noises from the other room where suddenly the lesbian harem has all run off to. No, I mean, like, for instance, the Bukake buckets, where somehow, in the middle of a shift, a bunch of buckets filled with not paint. It's not paint.
Okay.
It's a horrible yellow off-gray, smells foul. A bunch of these buckets were left at random places all over the store. Sometimes 2 or 3, sometimes upended, sometimes there's just a little spill around the bucket.
I'm not a fan of that.
The pictures were amazing because customers are customers.
No.
So when they see a bucket tipped over, leaking mysterious yellowing fluid,
They're like, there's no price tag on this. I can't. How do I buy this?
yes, that, and also they just, oh, well, not, why would I bother going around? And they will drag the cart through and step in it and leave footprints and trails of questionable fluid.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
And that happened for 2 whole days of mysterious buckets appearing, and the store manager even being like, where the fuck are these coming from?
Now,
Metty.
you're saying these are buckets.
Yes.
So this is like this. If this is the work of one man, that's fairly
Then
impressive.
I'm very impressed,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, Metty, I do have to bring up the fact that there might be a Homestuck working with you.
What does that
See?
mean?
What the fuck?
I understand, but also, 1, fuck you. 2, man, that Homestuck's been saving up a lot of gross stuff for a lot of long time, if that's the case.
Do you think there was any, like, figurines in the bucket?
Oh.
I wasn't gonna look through them to check, Chief.
Really? You weren't curious? Maybe find a My Little
Yeah,
Pony
let me
in there
stick
or
my
something?
hand in the cum bucket and find out if there's a rainbow dash at the bottom, just for you,
put
PM.
gloves on?
I'm gonna be honest. How has it come? How does that much cum exist in a single bucket?
It's not cum. It's probably some other liquid or some sort of cleaning fluid or something.
It just
Gross.
definitely does
It
not.
just looked like cum.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if it was cum, then that, would require spreadsheets and a
Well, if
Discord.
it was cum, then, the horse farm down the road is probably very confused where all the horse cum went. But
You know what, Metty? Count your blessings because at least someone is just leaving buckets of cum and not throwing them at people or on things at your place.
Yes.
Because over here, a couple of years ago, we had somebody who was just filling buckets full of shit and then running around the city throwing them at people and places. And every spot that he attacked was getting closer and closer to my place of business at the time. I was working at a gym. And I'm like, if this motherfucker shows up to my gym with just 2 buckets full of shit, I will commit murder.
Now, what I'm picturing is this lovely meme image of, it just doesn't make any sense. How on earth are people stealing our watermelons? But it's like, it doesn't make any sense. How are people leaving cum buckets around? It's just a dude with a fat nutsack in the background.
Yes, it's a literal tanuki leaving cum buckets around. Oh.
Was that all you meet?
I mean, I don't have any better stories than that. There's the secret project, but I think we can talk about that later.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later in the podcast.
Kevin, would you like to go? Would you like me to go first?
I can take a swing at this.
Alrighty.
I didn't really have too much happen to me this week. I feel a little sad I don't have a bodily fluid related story.
You really shouldn't.
I mean, you'd be on brand with this podcast if you did.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the only bodily fluid that defined my week was sweat, because it's been fucking hot in Boston. And also I've been moving my roommates in and out. So that's been fun. Oh wait, I've cleaned up a fair amount of fossilized ferret shit around the apartment, so that's been fun.
That would do it.
There you go. You're officially part of the crew. Congratulations.
That has a rodent in it, which is like a raccoon, I think. I don't know. Are they marsupials? Who knows what raccoons are? I think they're bears.
Raccoons could be bears.
No, please. I don't need them to be bears.
They are referred to as trash pandas.
That's true. That's a bear, or is it?
Who knows?
Or
is a panda a raccoon?
Yes, I don't know. I don't care. I want to stop talking about raccoons as I post this picture of or this video of a raccoon I took.
What's this guy doing?
He thinks he owns the road.
He's walking around like he owns a place. Nearly gets run over by a taxi.
I think he's being relatively careful for himself.
He's waiting for the cars to go.
I have seen so much roadkill right in front of my apartment. There have been many a dead raccoon, skunk, squirrel, pigeon. They've all died in front of my apartment.
It breaks my little heart.
I'll tell you what, the rats are really ramping up in my city block. Because we have to, anytime we take the garbage out, we have to kick the trash can 3 times, and they'll just come flying out. Like, it's like a particle effect.
Mm-hmm.
Particle effect.
Yeah. It's like a little extra animation every time we kick the trash can. A little fucking tiny. Well, they're not that tiny anymore. They used to be small, but now they're big. Like a Muppet-sized rat will fall out of it.
Muppet-sized.
Just drag itself away. Shit. I just played FTL all week and played Magic the Gathering yesterday.
Hey,
that's basically my life.
FTL is a fantastic game.
Oh my god, I fucking love FTL.
Love FTL. Hard as shit. I've only ever beaten it like 4 times out of the hundreds of runs I've done.
I've beaten it twice. Both times were like this week, and they were on easy. But I've been playing that game for 10 years, and that's the only time I've ever claimed victory. Now? I am. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yes, the game is 10 years old. It's like
Jesus.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Time is a relentless bitch, and that game is cruel and mean. And why do I love it so much?
You have a favorite ship?
I like the slug ship, to be honest, because the slugs are it's fun not having sensors and just using the psychic stuff. Whenever the blue text comes up for like a slug, I'm always super happy, and they're kind of rare in the base game, so I usually take slug ship B and get cooking with them invasions.
Yeah, I like the NGs with the drones, or oh god, I forgot what they're called, the Crystal Boys.
Yeah. My style is so like teleporter boarding focused that I don't know how to do the NG ship. Like, that just seems really hard.
That one time I shit my pants where I was doing a complete like full like melee teleport in and kill the entire crew so I can loot their ship. I try to do that with the flagship without knowing that as soon as you kill every single member of the flagship at the end of the game, it just goes into autopilot and somehow wrecks your shit even harder. I had no idea it did that.
Yeah, it's just like, fine, good. I don't need people to go places to repair my shit anymore. Thank you. Then,
I ended up losing that run because of that. I was on track to win, and then I put it in autopilot and fucking got wrecked.
That flagship fight is horseshit. Like, that is the most stressful a video game has made me feel.
It's the most fun while being the most stressed. It somehow balances all of that perfectly. Fucking love FTL. Make a sequel, please.
Yeah,
Please do.
every summer I break out FTL, and this was the summer I actually beat it.
Congratulations.
Now, Kevin, could you tell us a little more about your book that's coming out about Space Kings?
Sure.
And your funny tabletop game?
I also did stuff for my funny tabletop book. It's called Space Kings. If you tune into a podcast called Pretend Friends, you'll get to hear me and my friends Paul, Nick, and Josh of Continue playing a little bit of Space Kings, having some goofs, having some laughs in space.
I love Pretend Friends.
Aw, thanks, man. Yeah, we're going to make new episodes eventually. It's just been crazy trying to put this book together.
I can imagine.
God, that is the fucking mood. Yeah, we'll do more. Soon, one day. I mean, like, take the difficulty of putting, like, a roleplay session together and the difficulty of putting a podcast together, and that's how difficult it is to organize Pretend Friends. So, but... We will. We'll do it. We'll do it again because I gotta promote my book so I can eat food. So the game itself uses playing cards instead of dice. I started development on it 9 years ago when I moved back home after quitting my job in an angry rage, and then I was informed that I'd quit my job by another coworker, and I was like, oh. I didn't even realize I did that. God,
but I did.
Isn't that a mood too?
God. The amount of times I think we've all done that, except maybe Jordan.
Yep.
So I moved back home to my hometown, and I reconnected with a lot of my friends from high school. And we were all sort of aimlessly floating through life. And we wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons every week. But it was really hard for us to do that for many reasons. One, it was 4th edition back then, and
gross hard.
It's a little complicated, and it was a little too much math for a lot of folks in the group who just kind of wanted to hang out and drink and maybe like make pretend like a little bit, but not do all the math and shit. So I started working on this system called Space Kings, and I've always hated dice because I'm bad at dice. Like I think I just roll statistically lower than any other human on Earth. So I made it playing card based. So you flip cards instead of roll dice to do stuff in Space Kings, and that way, since your cards go into a discard pile, if you're doing like really terribly at the beginning of a session, you know all your good cards are at the bottom of your deck, and eventually you'll have a big swing up and be really cool. And if you're doing gangbusters and doing a lot of cool shit up front, then the gods will come and punish you for your hubris because all your garbage cards are at the bottom of your deck.
Can you deck out?
Yeah, but that just starts the whole deck
okay.
over
So it just Uno's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just kind of played that in private for 6 years probably. And then I met up with the Continue boys and we made a podcast together, and people were like, you should make Space Kings to a real thing. And I was like, I will. And then I did a Kickstarter for it. And then there was a global pandemic, and now the book's coming out.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Rad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm immediately way more invested in this than I am in regular D&D because, as someone who's built a career on the internet of being notoriously unlucky,
yes,
I can fuck with cards and fuck the dice.
Yeah, man.
But PM, that's why it's funny.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Well, we also have there's a mechanic in the deck. So you play with 54 cards, which is the 52 regular cards, and then 2 jokers. And the jokers are like the crit fails in your deck.
Oh no, I hate that. Oh no, I didn't like that one bit.
You may like flip really well, but you flip a joker, which means you get what you want, but the host or the game master gets to add a little spice to that, do a little twist. Like, yeah, you destroy the enemy ship, but I think a friend of yours was on board. So it's like that. It just adds a little spice.
I'm guaranteed to draw that at least 8 times per session.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been the, like, recently Space King's work has really ramped up because I had to like go to the bank and contact my printer and be like, excuse me, I would like 800 pounds of books, please. And, and that's going to land on my parents' driveway in a week or two. So that'll be fun.
No, someone showed up with 12 crates of books.
Yep.
There's like a bunch of pallets out here.
Well, yeah, just put it in the garage.
I don't know why I gave Papa Cole a southern accent.
Well, see here,
What's on
boy.
I say? I'm a dry
I'm
chicken.
just a simple country father.
My dad is Foghorn Leghorn. I changed my name so, you know, I could be my own man and not be Kevin Leghorn.
Kevin Leghorn.
Kevin
Colehorn.
Ooh,
sorry,
the
I'll leave now.
Colehorn is a variant of cornhole.
Hey, that's when your family plays.
Yeah. It's a much more brutal version of the sport.
Okay, so
God.
you got
It
Space
involves
Kings coming
Looney
out.
Tunes bats.
You got Space Kings coming out. When are you gonna start your Colehorn Kickstarter?
Yeah,
I think we just gave you the name of the first expansion of Space Kings. I don't know.
the Colehorn. Yeah, we're previously made a couple video games. Like I made a video game every month in 2020 for reasons, and I make a couple like short video games every year. And now I'm like, ooh, tabletop is looking, pretty good. Like I might start doing more tabletop stuff, but like I think just skip like tabletop and board games and go straight to like lawn games. Like that's the future.
That's where the money's at.
Hell
That's
yeah.
where the long term. That's where it's always going to be.
I mean, no, you say you do tabletop during the colder months,
Yeah.
like the colder seasons, and then lawn games for the warmer ones.
Okay, I hear you. I'm listening to you. However,
That way, you're making money all year round.
Now listen, here's my secret plan to reinvent bocce with guns and market it at Texans.
I'm in.
I see no way this could go wrong.
I mean, you're joking. You're probably going to make bank specifically in the southern states because of that.
Points at the JR-15. Which, if you're unaware, is a small AR-15 for children, so that way they don't get shot at school.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
that's
real
adorable.
product.
That's
Oh, JR. Could you? Oh, I hate that.
Oh, love.
How whimsical!
Mhm.
A death
love living
stick
in
for
America.
Junior. Well, that should be on our flag.
I agree. Land of the JRs. Hey there, everyone. This is your captain speaking. Just cutting in to do the usual house warming stuff, or boat warming. I guess I don't know why. Why haven't I been calling it boat warming? Boat swaining? I don't give a fuck no more. Anyway, I'm here to do the thing that I do here. All right, let's do it. If you want to keep up to date on the podcast, you want to know what's going on in our lives, want to see things happening with us, get updates and such, follow our Twitter at DipShipsPod, DipShipspod on Twitter. And of course, each of us individually at The Calamity Carl, at EXPayline, at GFPPM, and at Metorman. Especially follow me if you want updates on the podcast since I've been editing it. Also, don't forget to follow our special guest, Kevin Cole, at Real Kevin Cole. KEVINCOLE. If you don't know how to spell Kevin Cole, it's a very easy name to get right. or wrong if you think it's cool, like the thing you burn. Don't forget to also check out Kevin's game studio at Super Try Studios on Twitter, the podcast that he's on at GooseBumps and at Pretend_Friends, both excellent podcasts that I love listening to. Check out Kevin's Patreon at GiveKevinMoney.com with his Patreon exclusive podcast, Heart Cannon. I was on an episode of that. We recorded Solanine. It was us talking about the manga Solanine. I almost said the Solanine manga. You know what I mean. You get what I mean. It's one of my favorites of all time. We talked about it. It was a good time. We enjoyed it a lot. And also don't forget to check out Kevin's tabletop game Space Kings over at SpaceKings.space. That's a lot of stuff. Kevin's a lot more talented than we are. I don't know if you guys could tell. Kevin's a fucking god. If you have any questions or any topics you want us to talk about, send them over to DipShipsPod@yahoo.com or send them to us on Twitter when we put out the tweet almost every Sunday. Depends on how many questions we have in the backlog. We have a lot right now. And I know that I've been told by some people to just delete the old ones and let people resubmit. I refuse to do that. We're just going to hold on to them until we get to them. I'm sorry. I'm not actually. And if you would like to support us directly with money, you can do so by going to patreon.com/DipShipsPod. Wait. Oh, God, that hurt. Patreon.com/DipShipsPod. And you can support us at any tier, of course. Any amount helps us out, even $1. There are 1,000 subscribers on this channel. If every single person decided to just give $1 a month, that would get us not only to the One Piece goal of $750, but would help support us all immensely. Especially because we might hire some editors at some points, but it's the semantics. You'll be getting sneak peeks of things that are going on when we, of course, get to fucking do them. We'll get some other Patreon exclusive content for you all up there. Hopefully. God, I need to do more Patreon exclusive content. God knows I'm trying my best. I'm sorry, everyone. But please make sure you do that. And if you support us at $10 and above, then I get to thank you right here. I forgot to bring up the goddamn list. I'm so fucking stupid. Anyway, as I was saying, if you support us at $10 and above, I get to thank you here out loud. You at any tier you get your name like in credits on the video version, but I get to specifically here and now thank our $10 and above patrons verbally, starting with Alatos Diogenes, Andres Rojas, Bye, Breakdown 707, Diablo, Dorgan 23, Dr. Perpaka, the Purple Paka, Fire Trooper 113, Frost Samurai, Generic Jackal says something new. Give a Dip a hot girl summer. I agree. Let me see Dip in some hot swimwear and funny sundresses. Javier Porksword, Chris Derp, Lena Inverse, Mr. I Like Spam, Mr. King Jacob 9002, Nap, Normalized Pagu Champ and Sinister. PM's Tooth is coming home. Ryan Superfan, Scrimbiff, Shibuya Gato, The Crossing Fate, Tonya H, Vinegar Ultimax. There's a second page. Hold on. Zombie Slayer 051, our $20 patrons, Bill and Mr. Collector, and our $50 patron Patchwork. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to us. It helps us out a lot. And yes, that's all I really got to say is just thank you for everything. I hope to give you back more content for all of your support. Speaking of people that I would like to thank, I would also like to thank Vidazen at _VIDAZEN_ on Twitter for our intro song Starbird and additional music Appetite Delight, Ride of the Wave, and Seaside, all used for different things that we have, like the intro into the ad break, which is Appetite Delight, Ride of the Wave, which is the intro song for Party Boat, and Seaside, which goes into our Dip Chip segment, which we haven't done in a while. If you have any suggestions for that, please let us know. I would also like to thank Shibuya Gato and Shura Art for our wonderful art assets. Shura _art, SHORAH_art. And Shibuya Gato is, it's easy to spell Shibuya. Is an a boo, and a I don't know what I'm doing anymore, dog. I'm just rambling at this point. Thank you all for the art assets and such. We love you guys. You do great. Don't forget that we're also available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course our video version over on YouTube. You get to see stuff like in the video on YouTube. And the other places, you just listen, baby. That's how it usually works, as they are not video platforms. You know what is a video platform, though? TikTok. We're over at DipShipsPod on TikTok, so make sure you check us out. We're going to be posting a bunch of funny clips from the podcast there. If you have any suggestions for videos to put up there, please let us know by tweeting at us or, again, sending them to our email. I think that is just about everything that we have for you this week. This has been like 7 fucking minutes of ad. Jesus Christ. I hope you all just enjoy the rest of this episode. We love Kevin a lot. Kevin has been a fantastic guest, and I love him. Please support him and everything that he does, and also enjoy him on this episode that you get to finish now. I'm going. I'm leaving. See you later.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Show has plenty of boats. And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where 4 friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that Carl guy that you've been listening to here, along with Shora, BioRoxas, and me, Shibuya Gato. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too, at patreon.com/millenniummike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. See you there.
Was that your
That's
your
my week, dude. That's all of it.
I don't remember what the hell I got.
All right, Captain, hit me. What's this about Cyprus?
Well, I'm glad to tell you all that Metty and I have decided to take over the country of Cyprus.
You see,
I thought this was trees.
No. I'm not actually working at Walmart. I've been this whole time starting a coup and forming a military might so that way we can take over the island nation of Cyprus.
We were like, one day I showed Metty the amazing YouTube video of the big American deal from McDonald's Israel.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
And we got into a discussion like, where does Israel belong on the map? What continent is that a part of?
I see.
Well, no, we knew it was in the Middle East, but we were like, does the Middle East count as Asia or Europe?
Yeah, so we're like, what does this count as? And then while we were looking on the map, we noticed a little island called Cyprus, and we went, what the fuck is Cyprus? We just found out that it exists, and I just looked at Metty and went, we could fucking take that over.
Are there any hills on Cyprus?
Yes.
I hope so.
There's at least one mountain.
Nice.
Their flag has a picture of like the landmass on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's cheating. You're not allowed to do that.
I will link the video here for you all. The Big America Burger. This has spurred us into wanting to conquer the island of Cyprus because who fucking cares about Cyprus? We didn't even know it existed.
So I have been working relentlessly, you see, on this military campaign, and I will periodically give you updates on what we're doing. We make landfall in 2 hours, so we got to wrap this podcast up in hour and a half, roughly.
There'll be a welcoming committee
No
there,
pressure.
and we'll just be like, push them down and just go, this is our beach. They'll be like, oh no, it's happening.
Oh no, we planned for this day.
People
We never imagined
remembered
it would come.
Also, this commercial is fucking wild.
So they're
God bless Israel.
they're
God
abducting
bless the big America.
they're abducting workers to staff the McDonald's.
Yeah.
So that way Obama can get his hamburger, yeah.
That's a smug looking Obama impersonator.
Right?
Right? He knows he's good at what he does.
Oh boy. So, one day at work,
Mhm.
we're sitting down having lunch. It's all quiet in the cafeteria. We've had guys working in our building because I work in a school. We've had guys coming in to like do the floors because they're putting down new tiles on all the hallway floors.
I see.
One of the workers comes over and sits in the cafeteria in the corner. And I'm eating my lunch, minding my business, and all of a sudden I hear, oh. I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck? So I look at this guy. He's sitting in the corner of the cafeteria, just on his phone, going, oh. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? He does this for about 20 minutes.
No.
What?
It is not like repetitive. It is every now and then just, oh. I'm like, what? And then he gets up and he walks away.
All right. I have a theory.
Yeah.
All right. So clearly he's moonlighting as a voice actor for some sort of pornographic video game.
Or phone sex scene.
Yeah.
It makes
and that was
perfect sense.
That was his demo reel.
You laugh, but that's how one of our friends.
What? See? It seems plausible.
Who?
I mean, if you're willing to cut it out, I'll tell you.
Of course I am. I need to know.
Okay, you remember how
You're right. You're correct. That's
That was
funny as hell.
in a porn?
Oh my god.
That is hilarious.
Oh my
I
god.
fucking love that. I am never gonna let him live that down. I'm gonna motherfucker text me every once in a while. I'm gonna bring that up every fucking time now.
Now, you didn't hear it from me.
No, of course not.
I don't know this.
This is on the podcast. This is a public forum.
No, don't worry. It's going to be cut out
I told Carl to cut it out.
for the most part. We treat our friends well here. What else do we got? Bread vibes. How do you guys feel about bread?
Love
I
it.
had a peanut butter
Pretty
and
good
jelly
emote.
sandwich.
So, I do love the emote as well. Now, there are some times where, you want a sandwich on a specific type of bread,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want it on another type of bread because it has different vibes.
True.
I'm following.
Like, I don't enjoy eating ham and cheese on white bread or any sort of like sliced bread as much as I enjoy it on a roll or a hero.
Makes sense.
That is sort of where this whole thing, it's just, bread has different vibes. I thought about it one day and I was like, it's just hits different sometimes depending on how it's baked.
I mean, okay, yeah.
This is a thought that I had at work, so you could tell that I was really just like, I was really into bread that day.
I agree with you.
I see that your
100%,
lunch was
Carl.
late that day and you were hungry.
Yes.
I want to take this a step further. I want your bread hot takes. I'll start. I think ciabatta is overrated.
I can agree with that.
I don't
Yeah.
fucks with ciabatta all that much.
I don't hate it. I'll eat it, but not huge on it.
All right, can I just... I'll eat whole wheat. Yeah, whole wheat's fine. What the fuck are you doing covering it in seeds and jamming seeds inside of it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, that just... Like, I was not expecting there to be something I have to pick out of my teeth every 30 seconds when I'm biting my sandwich.
Also, a majority, or at least a lot of the whole wheat breads I've seen, typically have like more sugar in it than the typical white bread. It's not as healthy for you as you would think.
You know the breads that have like the rolls and stuff that have the little I want to say they're poppy seeds on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could live without that, dog.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
nasty
it's just-
little messy boys.
Well,
It is a messy boy.
if it were less of them, that'd be fine. The problem is there's 90 million of them on each one.
Yeah, and it's just like they all just fall
And
off.
it's like, you could have done with like a light dusting, but instead you absolutely fucking slathered it in them.
Yeah, I'm tired of sesame seeds.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much like the poppy or sesame seeds are doing to add texture to the bread, if that's their purpose there.
They really don't
I
add
wonder
much.
how angry the bread community is going to get with us over this.
Good, let them come at me. Hot take: I think breads should be simpler.
In what way?
And like no fucking, we don't need sesame seeds on that shit.
Oh,
we don't need as
okay,
many
right,
like
right,
that.
yes,
like we've been
I
saying.
Now, you say that,
Stop.
but like raisins on bread?
No.
Uh,
Nah.
Or in bread, rather, not on bread.
if it's like a cinnamon raisin, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
cinnamon raisin.
I feel
No,
like
very very rarely, and I would only have that with like cream cheese at most.
I feel like the cinnamon raisin limits the applications of the bread. Like
That
it's
is true.
Now, like I
Yeah.
can't make a turkey sandwich
you could
with that.
You could just make them toppings. You're right.
I know how to put raisins onto bread. Like the bread
I just
folks don't have to do that for me. I can figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to
Big
just
bread, please step off. Is all we're saying.
I'd like to just make some cinnamon bread. Like I don't need the actual like cinnamon and raisin baked into it.
Mhm.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see like just a cinnamon bread or just a raisin bread. I don't know why you'd want a raisin bread. You sound like a sicko if you want that.
Yeah, the fact
I mean,
that this isn't even a
You don't like raisins?
I mean, if I want to have raisins in bread, I could just make a raisin sandwich, and I'm a
It's like-
fucking psycho.
It's like the olives again.
Yes.
What's the
Another
most
hot
insane
take.
topping you've seen someone throw on a sandwich willingly?
Yes, I have. Well, actually, no. More like oh god, what are they called now? Celery sticks, where they do like peanut butter and raisins. Call it like ant tracks or whatever the fuck it was back in the day.
Eh.
Oh, ants on a log.
Yeah, that's it. Ants on a log. Another bread hot take.
Yeah.
Baguettes are too long. They
Yeah.
don't need to be that long.
Wow.
Make them shorter.
Okay.
It's hard to bring home.
You've offended Kevin.
I've got some French blood in me, and I'd say I could even go for a longer baguette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get them off the podcast.
And
I want them off.
I think they should just curve the baguettes to make them longer. You see,
I want Cloud Strife sword, but bread.
I want
I
a
want-
bag. I want a bag.
I
oh,
want giant bagels. Now, not like the entire bagel. I mean, like it's bagel like sized and shaped,
Yeah.
right? Like the thickness of it is the thickness of a regular bagel,
Mm.
but the circle is huge.
just a wide bagel. Just the
I
tire
know,
of a
like
bagel.
the hole in the middle of the bagel is giant,
So like
You know,
a
like-
walkthrough bagel.
like a
All right.
hula hoop but made of bread.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call back to something
Yeah.
and bring it back here. Now, I'm sure we all remember when I debated getting a grill.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The Hulk Hogan grill.
The Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill. I want a bagel that is the size of the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Grill that I can just press into it.
Oh, that's such a smart idea.
Yes.
Holy shit. Fellas, I
There's
think we
so
just
much-
invented a new bread.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
the
much
fat
food.
tortilla.
That'd be so much food. Can you imagine making
Oh.
a bagel sandwich like
Oh,
that?
that'd be so good.
Isn't that just
Shut up.
non?
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin this for us.
Isn't that just
What do you-
non-bread though?
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
What's non-bread?
Naan is just like a
Naan
thicker
for you.
tortilla. It's like flat and round and very long. But
That was not funny. That was not funny
yeah,
at
it
all.
isn't. That's why I try to sandbag it. Yeah, it's round, but it's basically like a thick tortilla,
So,
but still thin enough that you can like roll it and shit, or you can cut it in
So,
half and stuff things in it.
It's true.
okay, now that I know, I want to point out something.
Yeah.
I tried to like ask a question and just nobody responded earlier.
What did you ask?
What was it?
I asked what the most insane like topping you've seen someone willingly put on a sandwich is,
Oh.
and I just got completely no soul.
I know you asked. I just didn't hear what it was, and then we started talking about olives for some reason.
Toppings on a sandwich.
I was like, "Am I going insane? Is my mic not picking up?"
No, we've gaslit you before. That's not a case this time.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I heard it, but I was too busy talking about olives, I think.
Question: Does the topping need to be food?
Is someone
I mean, no, go for it. Let's hear it.
Okay, back in, I believe it was middle school, I saw a kid spread toothpaste on a bagel and eat it.
How do you find people like this?
He needed
Trying
to
to
clean his
remember
teeth,
his name.
PM. I don't know what you want here. He had dirty,
Anyway.
dirty teeth, PM. He needed to clean.
Yeah, I guess so.
The only thing
Yeah,
I
that's
could
my
think of
answer.
is that I used to put like crunchy Cheetos on my peanut butter sandwiches.
It didn't sound terrible.
I wasn't terrible,
Yeah,
but I was definitely like, what was I on?
Peanut butter and cheese seems like a delicate dance to me.
It's like those
that's
Ritz
what I was just
crackers that
thinking.
are like the cheese ones with the peanut butter on. It's like those.
Yeah. Still, I don't trust like that.
Yeah.
Seems
I
fraught.
mean, yeah, you're the one who was doing it, Carl. What do you mean, yeah, I don't trust like that? What do you mean, yeah? You agreeing with him not trusting like that? You were the one.
I don't do it now. Maybe I should. Maybe it's good. I don't
I'm gonna
know.
walk into your room and slap you.
Yeah, do it for next week. Have it as a mini munch.
Fuck it. I'll do it. Jordan, tell me now, have you seen someone put something terrifying on a sandwich?
Not personally.
Oh, that frightens me.
I would assume working at like a restaurant, people would ask for like strange things to put extra in their sandwiches / burgers or whatever.
I've once seen in a YouTube video someone put uncooked spaghetti into a sandwich.
What?
Crunchy.
What?
Hey, crunchy.
I love
I
to
mean,
have
yeah,
the
that's another way
crunch.
to get your crunch.
Yeah, but like just put chips on it then.
Not crunchy enough.
What if you want thin crunch?
Yeah, you wanted thin crunch with no flavor
Yeah, just a texture.
and no salt,
I guess, yeah.
less calories.
Yeah, salt
about
is
it.
bad for you, you know.
Fellas, I think we've got a new dip chips.
No,
No.
we don't.
No, I'm not cooking. If I'm getting spaghetti, I'm cooking it.
Yeah, you would think working at a restaurant, Jordan, you would see like, yeah, can I get a burger? And also, could you put like a whole fucking flan in it? Thanks.
Oh,
Appreciate
We're not
it.
a, like
Oh, no,
a
that
custom
happens. That
kitchen.
happens a lot.
They order like off the menu.
thank God.
Yeah, they order the flan.
Yeah, you never get people trying to modify menu items?
They'll take something off, but they'll never. Like, I've never seen anyone like straight up replace
Oh, no, not replace, add.
Yeah,
or add.
that's well.
Because, well, you've definitely seen people try to add bacon to burgers that don't have bacon.
Well, at my place, there's only bacon burger.
Yeah, can I get one
Good
burger?
place.
And instead of lettuce, could you replace the lettuce with carrots? Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Can you grill a whole sweet potato and just place it right on that bad boy?
Ooh.
An entire sweet potato.
Alright, that doesn't sound terrible, though.
Do not cut it in half. Do not mash it up. Just put the whole thing on, skin and all.
Fuck, I want mashed
Oh,
potatoes now.
actually, I've done that. I've put mashed potatoes in chicken sandwiches before.
That doesn't sound bad. Yeah.
Do you guys want to know like a really kind of pathetically cheap meal that satisfies me?
All right, hit me.
Go for it.
Mashed potatoes and bread rolls.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's a lot of starch.
Tasty.
That's a lot of starch.
Oh,
Gotta
but
get
my
full
mom
real
used
quick.
to like if we had an excess of hot dog, mashed potato, and beans, would just combine them together, chop up the hot dogs and mix them in.
My mom makes potatoes, sausage, and green beans, which is really good.
Ooh.
So I
Can we
have
stop talking about bread?
I have
So
some I
hungry.
have some finds here. I went to my my sister's place, which is our childhood home,
Mm-hmm.
and because we were cleaning out the attic because they're selling the house and moving to Florida, which makes me sad because I want you guys to look at this fucking house. I blurred out the address on it, which doesn't matter that much, but I just wanted to look at how good this house
God
is.
damn, that thing's huge.
It's very cute.
You grew up in that?
There is 6 bedrooms,
God
It's a
damn.
lot.
4 bathrooms, 2 basements.
What?
Yeah, there's like a
What?
smaller basement off to the side as my grandma's, and then there's our basement on the other side. The whole main house used to be our grandma's, and then off on the right side there is another little part of the house. That's where we were.
Huh.
And
It's essentially an uncut duplex.
yeah, pretty much.
All right.
And
Now, is that a working chimney?
yes.
Damn.
I love this fucking house so much. But we went up into the attic to like pull some old shit of ours out and look through it and see what we want to get rid of and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine my surprise when my brother-in-law hands me this statue of the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Who would have owned this in this house?
That was from my my other sister's ex, who left it there along with an empty PS3 box.
Let's see.
What was the PS3?
It was
no.
It was a standard
It was
PS3.
just a-
It was just the box.
Wait, it was just a.
It was just the box. I was very disappointed when I was handed it and there was nothing inside.
I was like, wait, did he?
I was so
did he
sad.
just leave an empty game case? No, he left an entire empty PS3
So is that
box.
massager like a Joker accessory or
No, that is
Yes.
my new back massager.
That's how he got those scars, you see.
That is true. You thought it was a
not
face
for your
massager
back,
at
that's
first.
for your cornhole.
Oh.
No, it's explicitly not. It's just a regular back massager, and that's why it's weird. It's not for your cornhole.
I also got some of my old childhood stuff. Imagine my surprise, we pull a box down and I'm like, there's my Digivice, there's my Pokédex, a Ninja Storm brace, the fucking Dino Thunder brace.
I thought these all got thrown out.
I did. I thought they were all gone forever, and they're here. And I have them.
Cheats for Mega Man.
Mega Man Battle Network.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of my
They're
childhood
compression
friends gave
codes.
me that. I was just like, yo, I got fucking Battle Network sheets in here too.
Oh man, look at this stuff.
Is that a Houndour?
Yeah, there's a little Houndour card.
Oh, that Pokédex sells for cash these days.
Does it?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna have to check.
Yeah, I think your Dark Knight statue is worth like 100 on eBay too.
God damn.
Well, great, because none of us like the Joker.
Well, I mean, this one's Heath Ledger. This is a good one.
Carl, were
Yeah.
you a part of a fucking bowling team?
Yeah. I bowled when I was a kid.
I like how PM says that like it's shameful.
No, I'm not. I'm in fact very envious. I've only ever gone bowling twice in my life.
I was also
And
on
I
my
love
high school
bowling.
bowling team, and by that I mean my coach told me, yeah, go over and practice every time we went to games, and
What?
sent me away from everyone.
No.
And then for the final game, one of our main players got injured, so he put me in, and I bowled better than everyone else on our team.
Wow.
And I was like,
you're like a Disney movie.
we still lost. We lost that game. But I was like, how did I bowl better than all of you? They're like, why weren't you playing the whole time? And I was like, I don't know.
Was
Just
it a
never
bowl?
put me in.
Did the kid suffer like a bowling related injury? Like, did he try to bowl, but his like whole finger snapped off?
I think he like
in the bowling
twisted his
ball?
ankle.
While you were chasing girls, I was studying. I was studying the ball.
I thought they were all going to be like
polishing balls.
assholes to me too, but they were all just like, don't worry, man. I'm sure he'll put you in the next game. And I was always like, I hope so. I'm not doing anything on this team.
Is that a Ninja Storm?
Yeah.
Fucking morpher? Hell
It doesn't
yeah.
work right now. It needs to be
of
cleaned
course.
out a little better. The Dino Thunder one still works. The batteries didn't explode in it somehow.
Wow.
Uh,
How old are those batteries, you think?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
age of the Morpher.
Jordan, legitimately, probably older than you, almost.
It depends on when Dino Thunder came out, actually. And Ninja Storm.
Hold on.
just like back to bowling
check.
briefly.
Yeah.
Carl, I have this problem when I bowl, and I wonder if you have it too, where when I bowl, my big jangly booty gets in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what? Where your like hip and thigh
Yeah,
like clips
yeah.
the ball? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to like pop my hip in order to bowl out, and this solidifies bowling as like the greatest sport in the history of mankind, because it's exclusively there so you can look at people's butts
Yeah.
and showing off your own, showing off what you're working with.
Get some little popping out.
Yeah, you got to pop it out, or else your arm can't swing straight. It'll just jam into your jangly ass.
I did a
Either
tiny
that or
torque in
work
my
on your
chair.
curve.
So Dino Thunder came out in 2004, so that is 3 years younger than me.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's terrifying, and I hate it.
I think Ninja Storm was either a year before or a year after. I don't remember which.
Either way, they're older than Jordan. I hate
Yeah.
it.
No, they're not.
Oh, that's the younger by like a little bit.
Oh,
I also found all my Beyblades.
Oh
Let it rip,
my
bro.
god!
Unfortunately, not my
know
remote
I
control
still have
one.
my Beyblades in this house somewhere.
Oh, the white
At the
one,
sauce.
the thing is,
I
the
believe
remote
is
control
missing
never
it.
worked, Carl. So
I know it never worked, but that one
It was
looks
such
nice.
a fucking ripoff. It was like fucking 50
Rip off,
bucks.
he says.
Yeah, it was. It was like 50 bucks for just a like what
oh,
was
I
it?
get it.
Oh, now I
Let
get
it
it.
rip, yeah.
Yes, right.
Oh.
Yeah, and it would like it said that it would like control the speed of the rotation, and it had like a forward and backward spin as if you could like change the momentum or the direction of which it was spinning. It didn't do that.
It didn't do
that. It was basically a giant fucking launcher with a fucking gun trigger on it. That's it.
They fucking lied to us, dog. It was really cool though.
It was really cool.
Aren't like monsters supposed to come out of these things in the anime?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Bit Beasts.
Yeah, the Bit Beasts.
They're really cool.
Except for the
Which
one that
is
lives
why
in the
new
computer.
Beyblade sucks, because they don't have Bit Beasts anymore. They're
Yeah,
just
what the
fucking
fuck?
fancy colored tops.
Don't even get me started on Bay Wheels. Get the fuck out of here.
No, Bay Wheels have Bit Beasts. How dare you?
Oh, well, I mean,
How dare you? They averted the Baypocalypse.
I take back what I've said about the Bay Wheels.
Good.
This is my official and formal apology to the Bay Wheels.
Now, Carl, where's your
Apologize to
Bakugan?
the entire Bay Wheels community.
Where's my what?
Bakugan.
I actually still have those. They're in a drawer somewhere.
Where are all your Zoids
I never
God,
had
I wish
Zoids.
I had my Zoids.
and Crazy
couldn't-
Bones?
I can never afford Zoids. I had Crazy Bones. I almost stole Crazy Bones from my old job. Someone else took them before I could.
Fuck.
I was so upset. It's like I wanted to steal those Crazy Bones.
Oh man,
God,
such a
I
great
miss that
choking
shit.
hazard.
Oh, I also found this Olympic Ronald McDonald mug.
Oh,
Yeah, it's from the 2000 Olympics. Or at least I think it is.
is he throwing a hamburger?
It's either a hamburger or a football.
It's
It
a
looks-
discus that's a hamburger.
Discus
Yes.
would make sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Do they play football at the Olympics? I don't think they do.
No,
No.
not-
I would hope not.
They do not.
They do. Well, they do European football, which is soccer.
Yeah. And I would like to introduce you all to the two new members of our family at this home of oddities.
Swear to God, if it's that fucking phone,
Oh,
Well, how
excellent
did you
news.
know? It is not a rotary phone, but it is in the style of a
Yeah,
rotary
it's not a
phone.
rotary, it's a push button, which is weird.
And it says,
is this a real phone?
Yes.
Yes.
do you even have a working phone line?
No.
I mean, we have a kind of connection for it. We just don't have a,
It's
plan
not paid
for one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could get one easily.
I mean, yeah.
It'll be very funny to have this sitting on a little table on our lady comes up and goes, "What the fuck is? Why?" And I go, "It's
What if we
funny."
gotta make a phone call on the landline?
What if we need a phone call?
I think not only is this older than Jordan for sure,
Yeah,
it might be older than me.
it's older than everyone here. It's from 1929.
It's not
Well,
actually.
no, it is
1929.
explicitly not. Those are push buttons down at the bottom. It's not a rotary. 1929
Carl?
down there is just like when the
Carl,
phone
do you
lines were established in the state.
Oh,
Carl, do you have this phone nearby?
I can go grab it.
Go check the bottom of it for
Let me go check.
copyright info.
Yeah, because now I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Watch,
This is
watch,
one of the
watch.
few times where there's actually something older than me on this podcast.
No,
It's not
watch
older
this
than
thing.
you, PM.
This
Definitely.
thing's gonna be from like 2005.
I'm gonna say it's from
I-
79 because that would be like the 50th.
It's not going to be older than
I
me
was
because
thinking like 90s during the retro boom.
yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
You are correct.
I know when I was a kid, there were still rotary phones.
says August 1994.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, 90s.
Damn.
Yeah,
7 years older than me.
1929 is the model number.
Yeah. During the retro boom, glue some gears on it and call it
Receiver
steampunk,
volume.
that shit.
Dial mode, ringer control. Holy shit!
One day we'll find something older than me.
I've been ripped off.
You didn't
I don't
pay
think we-
for it.
I mean, you were there at the start of the universe,
You're
PM.
right.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's
shut
much
up.
older.
And our second new member of the family here. Very excited about this one.
Oh boy. What?
Mother always told me I was a gambler.
We're gonna get our landlady to pay us our rent back 1 quarter at a time.
We're gonna
Is
put this
this-
down the hallway and just go, hey, when you're waiting for things to arrive, come and play our little slot machine.
Holy shit! Is this real?
Yeah, works and everything. It's full of quarters, possibly also spiders.
Whenever
Definitely
we,
spiders.
oh god, okay,
Jackpot!
Never
You
mind.
win
I
a
don't
bunch of
want that in-
spiders.
I don't want that anywhere near me. No, I was gonna say when we inevitably open our bar, this is definitely front and center, right
Oh,
on the
yeah.
corner of the bar.
So's the phone. Phone's gonna be there too.
Yeah, the phone is going to be the landline phone for the bar.
I need a video of you playing this obsessively.
Oh well, I will definitely take one after the podcast.
Is it working?
Yes, it works.
Wow.
They all roll.
So-
The last one there
Yeah, the
doesn't roll
third
fast
reel
enough.
does not spin fast enough anymore to trigger the automatic brake. So it just spins until it dies, or you have to flick it with your finger to make it spin fast enough to trigger the brake.
That seems
But
like cheating.
otherwise,
That's a little cheating, but otherwise it works perfectly fine.
good luck making it stop on what you want with the brake.
So, what's the over-under on you filling this with gumballs?
Ooh.
Decent.
There is still a gumball machine up there.
You mean
After the last
another
one broke.
one that survived you shattering it?
Yeah, there's another one that hasn't been shattered yet.
Now
I
this
think
thing's
that one's plastic.
We're probably going to fill it with Chuck E. Cheese tokens, from being completely honest.
Yeah. So that is old shit that we have in our house that isn't the $100 CRT.
Wow.
That Trinitron, though, holy shit.
The Trinitron's fucking nice. Kevin, if you ever want to get a nice CRT, go for a Sony Trinitron if you can. Make sure you get it for the cheap, though, because some people, they charge, like,
And
wait.
then you buy a $7 million fucking 4K camera.
Yeah. God, we know some insane people who do some insane things with technology.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were taking stuff down, my sister was handing me a box of books from the attic, and I went to grab it, and then I felt a sharp pain on my thumb. As you can see in that Ronald McDonald picture, I have a Band-Aid on, because there was a screw in there that just sliced my thumb.
Somebody put a screw in a book?
Was it rusty?
That is a good question. I don't think it was.
Do we need to go get you a tetanus shot, like, now?
I hope not. But it's fine. I pulled out what it was attached to, and I saw that it was the sign from my old room that said Carl's room that we had taken down a long time ago and put up there, and I went, this feels like
It
fate.
was a bullet with your name on it.
Yeah. It was like, how
Wild.
ironic in a way.
Carl, come on. You go to therapy so you avoid hurting yourself. It's fucked up, man. We're here for
So
you.
did you take the sign so you could put it on your room?
No, I didn't. It is in the garbage. Hey, look, I brought you a fucking casino fucking slot machine. What else do you want from me? Besides the
Friendship.
gumball machine.
Gumball machine. Mostly the gumball machine.
I do also want the gumball machine. It's very nice and used to live in the pizzeria my grandma owned.
What? That's awesome.
I think that's where it's from. That's actually, I have no idea where they're from. I'm just assuming they're from that. I can't think of any other reason why we would have had ones.
Metty wants a plaque that says Metty's room on it.
But yeah, that's what I've had this week pretty much.
Right on.
Nice, dude.
A bunch of lovely little discoveries and moaning.
Mm.
Now, you're sure the moaning actually came from the guy, right?
Oh,
And not what
absolutely
he was
it
looking-
did.
Okay. All right. It's like
So
it
was
wasn't
he just
what he was
jerking off,
watching.
you think?
He was not. I could see his hands. They were like at his. One was at his side. One was by his phone by his fucking head. He was not touching his. We mean.
Do you think this man has figured out a way to jerk off with his thigh?
Jerk
Oh,
off
that's
with
an
his
interesting
mind.
question.
The
I'm-
sexiest organ, the brain.
I'm just saying you're gonna be playing like a Steam orc massage game, and suddenly that sound's gonna come out.
Massage.
Have you
I
guys
have a
seen that?
question about
have-
the orc massage game.
Please.
Are you massaging orcs, or are the orcs massaging you?
So you are the orc doing the massaging in this particular game. It's from the
Okay.
orc's perspective.
All right, this is you're dragging me in here. You're dragging me in.
Yeah. I think if you Google orc massage, you'll probably find it. I think
No,
it's a
thank
narrow
you.
genre.
I did recently just see a thing coming up on Steam where it's a massaging rhythm game where you're massaging anime girls to a rhythm.
So Osu, but somehow with more porn.
It's
It
terrifying.
is, for some reason, not actually sexual. Or no, wait, it was, but Steam censored it. You can download the sexual stuff off of the developer's website.
Much
great.
like how you can install Fate through Steam, and then you have to re-enable King Arthur sucking your dick.
Right.
I wish King Arthur could suck my dick in real time. You guys want to move into questions?
Absolutely.
Sure.
If you have any questions you would like to send us, you could send them to DipShipsPod@yahoo.com or respond to the tweet put out almost every Sunday. We have a lot of questions right now.
Whoa.
We have so many questions.
Well,
Hopefully
hit me
we have
with one,
answers.
motherfucker. Come on.
I think we have questions from June.
Let's do it.
I'm telling you, just clean out the questions once in a while. People won't be mad.
We
They want
already
to ask
said
more dumb shit.
We want to get to everyone. Everyone matters.
Literally
except
incorrect,
the
but okay.
people that just go why, and that's
Yeah,
it. That's the
that's
question.
fair.
Just why.
A multi asks, tally ho to the #1 voting podcast. That's true. We're #1 on Spotify.
Aw.
My question today has to do with video game music. Most of you probably know who Siva Gunner is, or Silva Gunner, whichever one.
Yes.
So my question is, what one track would you cross over with a different game soundtrack? Simplified, taking one track and changing it to the instrumentation of a different game. Mine would be Xenoblade X's Black Tar into one of the Final Fantasy games.
Hmm.
The thing is,
okay.
games don't really have sound fonts anymore.
That is a shame.
Okay. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
The song "Ring My Bell" to Persona 3's "Burn My Dread," and somehow mix those
God
two.
damn it, now it's in my head. I can hear it.
Or as I can call it for many years, "Burn My Bread," because that's what the lady
Listen.
says. She's saying "Burn My Bread."
PM, you do know that's what it's actually listed under on Spotify, right?
Fantastic.
It's not listed under Burn My Dread, it's listed under Burn My Bread.
That's
Right.
amazing.
But you can
Wait,
hear it, right,
uh-huh.
Metty? You could burn my bread.
Yes.
Burn my bread.
Yes, I can hear it in my
That's what I
fucking head.
want.
Wait, could you take like a song with lyrics and then transpose it into like a SNES thing in this so-called question?
Fuck it,
Sure.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you going to
can
talk
bit
about
tune
Donkey
anything.
Kong Country Rage Against the Machine?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Ooh, I like Donkey Kong Country as like a sound font. I think I'd want to put like something from Plock, like something real crunchy,
Ooh.
into that really like atmospheric sound font that Donkey Kong Country has. So that'd be my pick. It's like Plock Beach, but with the Donkey Kong Country like aqua sound font.
Thank
Oh
you so
boy.
much. You have it. Yeah, wondering?
What is this?
Oh, it's a Killing in the Name of, but in the Donkey
It's
Kong Country
Killing in
sound
the
font.
Name of by Rage Against the Machine, but in the Donkey Kong Country sound font.
I was gonna say Sonic Song mixed with P5, but I remembered, oh wait, they did this already with Escape from the City.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, Break Into Break Out, but done by Michael Jackson.
No.
Yeah, let's hear the Michael Jackson songs overlaid with the Sonic music that he definitely wrote.
I mean, there's entire YouTube channels dedicated to that, so...
Thank God. You can always count on the internet to never let me down sometimes. I feel like, what do you think could work with the Gorillaz 19-2000? I feel like there's definitely a game that could fit that.
For that in Final Fantasy is like MIDI font, MIDI sound font. That'd be kind of good.
But if
Final
it has to be
Fantasy VII.
two
I
video
mean, I've definitely
games,
played it in Crypt of the Necrodancer, and it worked pretty well.
if it has to be the soundtracks of two different video games crossing over, then mix Donkey Kong Country and Dark Souls. Let's get
No,
fucking
I
silly
got
with
it.
it.
Metal Gear Rising music in God of War.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Just rules
Yellow-
of nature as you're slicing off fucking Hydra's heads.
Yeah.
Yellow Yondello asks, getting back into Pokemon, having not played since Gen 3, so here's an inspired question. If Pokemon were to make a crossover game where any anime or anime-like game could act as its own region, what's your choice and who would be the rival or champion?
Ooh.
The partner and boss Pokemon is optional.
Ooh.
Damn, I have a lot of slice of life animes that I'd love to mash up with Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
You could do Yakitate Japan and have like a whole Pokemon game about bread. Like bread is a new
I cannot
subtype.
believe that Yakitate Japan has been brought up twice on this fucking podcast.
Yes! Yakitai Japan rules!
Oh, it's
not
almost like you're
believe
known
it.
as the bread man.
Yakitai Japan is maybe the best stoner anime of all time.
The boy with the sun hands.
Yeah!
He makes the best bread, you see.
Kazuma Azuma.
God, I forgot his name was Kazuma Azuma. Fuck me running.
All right,
what a
hold still.
fucking series. No.
I feel like also Laid Back Camp and Pokemon could have a good vibe together.
Definitely, yeah.
Where you're just in real ass Japan, but like your Charmander's starting your fire for you.
I'm gonna say Black Clover in Pokemon.
Lot
Yes,
more
and the champion, of course, is the horrible little Scrimblow. And her Pokemon is an Alpha Wooloo.
I love Charmy so much. Kevin, have you hopped on the Black Clover train?
I watched a few of the early episodes,
I'm
and
so sorry.
there was a lot of screaming.
Yeah, that's why I read it instead.
Black Clover gets really hype. It just sort of starts out as, everything else does.
I might check out the dub of it. I might check out the dub of it, but I don't know about the sub so much because
it's not better. It's not better.
Oh, that's such a shame.
All right, I might read that manga.
Definitely. Jordan.
I've been trying to think. The only thing that I would like is Bleach, set in the Soul Society, and all the Pokemon are just ghosts. They're just ghost Pokemon.
I get down with that.
Because
You
I'm
could have
biased.
sword type Pokemon.
There are multiple swords.
Okay, fine. Ghosts and Steel.
Yeah.
All right, who's the champion?
Fantastic question. I would assume
Aizen?
it's probably just Yamamoto. No, Aizen could be like
Aizen's the leader of
head
the team,
villains.
whatever.
Yeah.
Team Shinigami.
There you go. Team Arankar.
Well, for the villains, I was thinking Yuabach.
Ugh.
The Quincy's could be the evil team. Hey man, I'm just hyped for October.
All right. My favorite anime, SpongeBob SquarePants.
It makes so much sense. There's already too many water types.
That's
And
true.
of course, the champion, Mr. Krabs, wants you to get back to work and stop playing with these damn Pocket Mans.
I can't think of anything.
I'm surprised you're
My
not just
Hero?
saying Persona 5 the animation.
I mean,
My
Persona
Hero?
already just has their own Pokemon.
My Hero could also work.
Maybe.
All Might's the champion. I can see that working out pretty well. Izuku does have kind of Ash Ketchum energy. If Ash
All
Ketchum could
Might's the
destroy a
champion
building
the
with a
same
punch.
way Adler.
Yeah, you know what? That works pretty well.
Honestly, My Hero is just Pokemon Black and White. I can't believe My Hero ripped off the story of Pokemon Black and White.
That fucking rules, though.
Now, I haven't read this yet, and it's not. I don't think it's an anime, but it was a recommendation from Carl, and I feel like this would be an excellent fit. Is Oyasumi Pun Pun?
How? What?
Oh, yeah, baby! Let's get in there!
Just like have the most depressing shit you've ever seen, but also there's a Pikachu on the side going Pika Pika.
Pika Pika! Yay! Are you going to kill me, Pikachu? Pika Pika.
Oh,
I love it.
Deku and Mokar.
Oh,
yeah.
Poke Molcar would be great.
That's literally just the new ones, though.
Oh, that rules.
Do you know they have Nendroids of that?
That makes
Are
me
they
very
furry?
happy.
A little fuzzy, yeah.
Good.
You can make other Nendroids ride in them.
Kindred Plague asks, what is everyone's guilty pleasure game?
Ooh. Okay, define guilty pleasure.
A game that is not necessarily considered good by a lot of people, but you still enjoy it.
Also, there's Crazy Thunder outside. Sorry about that, editor.
It's fine.
Carl.
I'll only cry a little bit.
I'm so sorry. I feel like Azure Dreams for the PlayStation 1 is not a good video game, but it has informed a lot of my design choices in my games, so it might be Azure Dreams.
Hell
It's
of a
got-
cut.
It's got so much. It's a monster catcher. It's a roguelike. It's got a dating game in there. Like, Azure Dreams is fucking wild. Other than that, maybe Plock. I already brought up Plock, but Plock is a terrible video game. It's a pain in the ass to play, but the sound's so good.
Now, I feel like everyone already knows my answer is Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but is it?
I'm not saying Glover. You cannot make me say Glover.
No, like, I'm still not 100% sure that you actually like Billy Hatcher. And
No,
you're not
I love
being
Billy Hatcher.
ironic.
No. I love Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I unironically love that game. I know it is absolute dog shit, and I know all of its flaws. I still fucking love it. It's just fun sometimes.
To be fair, it did have Simple and Clean as the theme song.
Yeah, that's true.
It was pretty cool.
The Ray of Hope remix.
Rechain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts.
That is fair. A lot of people do indeed hate that one, myself included.
Is that the phone game?
No, that is the GBA game ported to the PS2.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The phone one is recoded, which is just don't bother.
I guess my closest answer would be Mega Man X6 when I have cheat codes in to unlock, like, acceptable forms for the characters.
Is that the one with Tornado Tunyon? Or is that 7?
That's 7.
That's 7.
That game's very bad.
Yeah.
Burn, burn, burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. Burn, burn, burn to the ground.
Yeah.
I want to say Tron 2.0, but that's not a bad game. And I think it even reviewed well at the time.
That's fair.
It's just in hindsight, it's not easy to play because it's old. I don't know, maybe like Harvest Moon. Not many people like those.
I don't get why. They're kind of cute.
Kidding?
Like the
Jordan,
original?
people
I love
actually
Harvest
find
Moon.
that a majority of people do not like Daily Sims.
There's a lot of people in our group that definitely do, but
Stardew Valley is one of the most popular games, like, of the last decade.
it's not Harvest Moon.
It's basically Harvest Moon.
We're
like
talking
that.
about original ass. Original ass fucking Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I'm talking like
This is pre-quality
Game
of life.
Boy. Like,
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, go easy on Natsume, because that was their first non-porn video game.
That is true.
They made exclusively porn games before Harvest Moon, and that was their breakout hit.
I mean, hey, you can make porn for years and then suddenly you get an anime about your main series and then you're trying to erase all instances of
Yep.
King Arthur sucking your dick, yeah.
very, very funny that they're just constantly being like, take this down. No, you can't rehost the files for this.
Tanya asks, what's a video game you think would translate well into a movie? What changes would have to be made?
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Fate Stay and King Arthur Can't Suck.
You're really stuck on King Arthur sucking dick. I don't blame you.
Have you seen her? She's hot.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all.
She got that. Now, when I say mommy energy,
I get what you mean.
Maybe I just have FTL on the mind, but an FTL movie where they're just constantly living in a time loop where they're trying to, like, get their ship across the galaxy and they keep trying and failing and looping back to the start and just getting so frustrated until they figure out that they can board another ship and then, like, horrible war crimes
boarding
occur.
never worked for me in playthroughs. I
Yeah.
always went for energy weapons and then a fucking lance to light the ship on fire.
Yeah.
Every time.
I just feel like there's potential there for a movie of just somebody who's Groundhog Daying, like, through this, like, rebellion and trying
And
to...
then it clicks and they get the perfect RNG.
Yep.
I feel
Like a
that'd be
Gungeon
better
run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be better as a series than
Yeah,
than a movie.
Well, we don't have the
Um,
budget for that quite yet.
I mean, hey, we got the FNAF film.
Oh my god, is that real?
It's not
Well,
Five Nights at
technically.
Freddy's, but it's Five Nights at Freddy's and it stars
Nicolas Cage.
Nick fucking Cage.
No.
Willy's Wonderworld. Or Wonderland, whichever one it
Wally's
is.
Wonderland, yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Amazing.
It's such a good bad movie.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, one.
Among Us, just make it the thing.
You know what? Yeah.
I think Prey would make a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Nice
Prey?
science fiction horror.
The new one.
Oh, the new one. Okay.
The rebooted Prey, not OG Prey.
Okay.
Now there's this
Although
arcade.
OG Prey also might make an.
There's an arcade cabinet I've seen around a lot that I feel like would make a good movie. It's called like Tron or something. I feel like that would get a pretty good.
Oh no, sounds like a flop.
I'll fucking
Hey,
kill
I
you
don't know.
where
I
you
think
stand.
you'd want to make before you made a Tron movie, you'd want to make a Terminator Judgment Day movie.
Guys, why has nobody made a Super Mario movie yet? And why is no one currently making a Super Mario movie? That would be a
Alright,
great
first off,
movie.
how dare you ignore John Leguizamo?
I would never.
May he
That was-
rest in peace.
The late great John Leguizamo, may he rest in heaven.
Is Bob Hoskins still around? In this live we're putting together? Did he live? Have I jumped into a different...
That is the bit, yeah.
Okay.
That's the bit, yes.
Well, let me show you the image, Kevin.
That's the joke.
Oh, does Bob Hoskins get to be in
Here we go.
fuck, cut that. Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
How old is this image?
It's not that old. Like maybe a year or two. The late great John Leguizamo. This bit was born from me just constantly doing this in our friend KZ Excellence streams. And then he'd go, "You're thinking of Bob Hoskins," and I would just scream at the top of my lungs, "Bob Hoskins died!"
He did.
And every time he'd go, I fucking hate you so much. And I'd go, "Oh, you still have me here." No, I feel like if they didn't fuck it up, a Monster Hunter movie would be great if they didn't do what they did with the one that is existing.
Yeah, what
Still haven't
happened?
seen it. Don't plan on it.
It's an awful like military isekai. Military people end up in Monster Hunter and they shoot the monsters, and not a lot of them show up. At
Aren't
one
those-
point, like
aren't the-
someone gets double swords.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
One of the characters from Monster Hunter World shows up specifically because they had to include a Monster Hunter World character in the movie. And then in Monster Hunter World, the movie missions, he's like, yes, I remember the American military. It is good to see you again, Mila Jovovich.
I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter is a game about making the perfect outfit, and also there are
Yes, the
there are
prettiest
cats.
princess.
That is true.
Yeah. Also, there are cats that'll cook for you.
Yes. I love them.
I feel like that's the core of the Monster Hunter experience.
Correct.
My answers are either Bioshock or Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Ruses. Ruses?
Yeah.
Roses.
Cascade Persona asks, "What is your favorite sprite you've seen in a video game for any reason?"
I thought they were asking about the drink. What is your favorite Sprite?
Cranberry.
I prefer Zero. Sprite in a video game?
Yeah. Those HD remasters, let me tell you. The HD pixel ones that Square's been putting out, they're fucking really good.
I really liked Pokemon Gen 2, specifically Crystals, because that was like the first time, it gave them life.
That was the first one where they had slight animations, wasn't it?
I believe so.
So, best one is Kicker Skeleton.
Yeah.
What is Kicker Skeleton from?
I mean, damn, you're right.
Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
Oh, that's
Damn, you're right. The fucking
good.
Kamen Rider skeleton.
I like his little skeleton dingus. Like he's got a little 1 pixel little dongle right there.
Hell yeah. I like
Yeah,
a lot
he
of the
literally
way forward
rider kicks
sprites.
you.
A lot of way forward games with sprites are just like really good.
Mm.
Yeah, the old Shantae sprites are real nice.
Also a big fan of Vampire Survivor sprites. Now they're just not rips of the old Castlevania games.
I'd also say some sprites from a little video game called Hack on Steam.
Ooh.
Eh, Hack's good. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. I made that one.
What?
Yeah. Oh man, why is the only thing I can think of right now the bread from Quest 64? Does that even count as a spread?
Hell yeah.
Now that's
The #1 bread podcast.
I feel like any sprite of bread is usually a good sprite, but the Quest 64 little bread icon is in my brain right now.
Now, I have to
Mega
give you
Man
guys-
EXE dancing around on fire.
Oh, those are good. All the Mega Man EXE ones are really good. I have to give you guys an update.
Okay.
As my older sister gave my middle sister all the Care Bears she used to own.
Mm-hmm.
And she has just sent us this image in a group chat.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Holy shit.
I mean, a lot of these look like really evil for no fucking
Yeah,
reason.
they're a little cracked out.
Like,
That
look at
was-
look at this brown one with a heart on its stomach. That shit looks like straight up out of Chucky.
What about the...
When's the last time
pink-
any of your siblings have been to therapy, by the way?
What's up with the pink one with the red eyes?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared of him
That
specifically.
one's
why is there-
hungover.
Why's the green one gotta be the stereotype and look high as shit? The fuck, man?
He's got the 4-leaf clover on him.
I mean, you say that, but
Yeah, that's
again,
what
the
I've
red
been-
one
been
has
smoking.
red eyes.
Yeah.
Or the pink one has red eyes.
He's Irish.
He's Irish. Brother, I'm so high right now. You know what I feel like?
Hmm.
I feel like hearing about a boat fact.
Whoa!
Fact. Most cruise lines do not permit topless sunbathing. A few European ships, such as Hapag Lloyd's Europa, offer designated decks to do so. Basically nude beaches on a ship.
So they're
Sounds
just
like
filled with
cowardice to
sad
me.
old men, understood.
How do
What
I get on the
fact?
ship?
Filled with sad old men and Carl, understood.
Carl having the time of his life.
Not even
No,
like
Carl,
corny. I'm
Carl.
just sitting there going, "This is pretty nice."
You meet so many nice people up here.
Yeah, work
When
on
we
your
own our
tan.
own country, we can mandate toplessness
No
across
shirts.
the genders.
Shirts are banned. Well, thank you all for listening to this episode of DipShips. Kevin, when does your book come out?
My book comes out really, really soon. It probably sooner than I can put a date on. But
So by the time this next episode comes out,
it may be. If you're interested in my book, you can go to SpaceKings.space, an actual URL that I pay for every year. If you go to
That's really
SpaceKings, if you go to SpaceKings.space, if the book's not out, you'll be directed to a sign-up sheet where you can get an email when the book does come out. If the book's already out, like if you're listening to this in the far future of like maybe a month or two from now, and the book's available to purchase, you go to SpaceKings.space, and it'll take you to the page where you can buy the thing if you want. And also check out Pretend Friends if you want to hear what that system is like in action. And if you want to hear more of my voice talking words at you, I co-host a Goosebumps review podcast called Goosebuds. And it's very funny. I do it with my friends Paul and Chad. And if you want to check it out, just type Goosebuds podcast into your search machine, and that's it. That's
Please
all
listen to
things.
Goosebuds. I fucking love Goosebuds. It's such a funny
Aw.
podcast.
Quick question about Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Are they still going?
R.L. Stein's fucking dead, so I hope not.
He's dead? When did he die?
He was
not
in the
dead.
same. He was in the same car as John Leguizamo.
Oh,
Yeah, that's-
shit.
Oh my god. We lost them both at once?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad he's dead, because he fucking created Slappy, and Slappy haunted my nightmares for years.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but you powerbombed Slappy.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
then yes,
How
I
do we
did
not
get the
talk
power
about the
bomb.
Slappy dreams while we had a fucking Goosebumps reviewer on?
Slappy is fucked up, dude. He like talks a lot about slaves and enslaving children. Like he's just like an old weird Confederate.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
feel
PM
like-
drop kicked him.
I feel like in life, Slappy had restraining orders from every school he used to live by.
He tried to take a child bride.
Yeah, I think we should be canceling Slappy. I think we should not stand for Slappy anymore.
Yeah, he kidnaps
Well,
fat
Slappy
kids.
moved to Russia,
pours
so-
green
Get rid of
smoke up their
Slappy
nose
as your
and turns them into
mascot.
puppets.
Bring back the skeleton as the mascot. Get rid of Slappy.
No,
Oh,
you
yeah, I
bring
love
back
that
the
guy.
fucking mask that turns people into demons.
No, we don't need that one. That one's
I
scary.
like the camera that literally stole your soul and replaced you with like a backwards copy of you.
Okay, no, fuck all that shit. Bring back the living sponge. That's all we need.
I like the ghost cat that can summon like whirlwinds of other ghost cats.
that one rules.
What's the one with the cannibal monkeys and you have a shrunken head?
Oh, How I Got My Shrunken Head, I think is that book.
Yeah.
I think you're also thinking of the Beasts from the East or whatever that one was called.
That one makes
Probably.
That one's too
The one that
avant-garde
is
for
literally
me.
that movie with the talking gorilla
Yeah.
where they just stole that R.L. Stein book to make a movie.
We just read Body Squeezers Part 1.
I can't wait for part 2 of that.
Oh man, it was actually like a good book. It was actually like a decent Goosebumps book.
Did you guys get to part 2 already?
No, I have to read it tomorrow. So
hell yes.
that'll be coming out soon.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be good.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of DipShips. If you like this podcast, remember that you can spread it around because podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth.
Yeah, if you know any bakers out there and you want them to hear our bread takes, share this podcast with them.
They might hate us for those.
They might.
They'll love me. I'm pro bread.
Hey, we're
Not
all
about
pro
bread.
bread here. It's
I can't
just I
believe you're
could
in the
use a little
pocket of
less
big
of
bread,
it
you
with my
shield.
baguettes.
We didn't talk about Pokemon.
What is there to
Oh,
talk
we didn't
about?
talk
Oh,
about
right. Yeah,
the-
the new trailer.
Yeah, we'll get to it next week.
We'll get to it next week.
Next
That's
week.
fine.
Sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's so many good designs. Don't forget you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/DipShipsPod. That is if you can. You get many funny little rewards and stuff and different content for that.
Go there. We have a ton of PMVA backlogged, and we're trying to get to PM versus One Piece.
750 will do
Yago.
to get through all of One Piece. Not that one. The good
Dreaming.
ones. Nope, shut up. Not that one.
Don't give it up,
We
Zoro.
will
Dreaming.
listen to that intro though.
It slaps. I don't know why people hate it.
What else do I say at the end? Is that just it?
Follow us on all the things, but you do that
Yes.
during the mid-roll.
Social media, podcast, sink or swim, word of mouth.
Don't forget that we're on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, we're on TikTok
Clips on
now.
We're on
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah.
We're putting clips
What
on
are we,
tips.
Zoomers?
Clips on
No, wait.
help.
No,
Jordan's a Zoomer, right.
We're appealing to the Zoomers.
I forgot that Jordan was a Zoomer for a minute.
Look, as soon as
Pod
one,
on TikTok.
as soon as one of those clips goes viral, we're dropping TikTok.
I mean, yeah,
You
that's
just
fair.
need one.
Also, be like me and give money to the DipShits Patreon account.
Yeah.
I can say that better. Be like me and give money to the DipShips Patreon account. I said dipshits, I think.
Not far off.
I mean,
That is the pun.
it's not wrong.
That is literally how we came up with the name of this fucking podcast.
Yeah. At first it was dipshits sink ships, and then it just got shortened to dipshits.
Why the ships at all? Is my question.
That was
we
always
are a
fun.
It's the
legitimate
number one
boating
boating
podcast.
podcast. We talk about boats here, idiot.
Did you
I
not
get
hear
it
this
now.
wonderful boat fact?
I was a fool.
Our legally required vote
I-
fact.
I spoke out of
I am
ignorance.
the reason why we are a boating podcast.
Oh.
Except for those 5 weeks.
No, I
Except
don't
for
like
those
the big
5
head
weeks.
you're getting there.
I mean, I am.
Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
Toodles.
Bye.
Outro theme goes here.